Yeah, so hello everyone, welcome to today's video. This is Shanmugaraj. We are continuing our journey on OPM implementation program. Today we're going to discuss about defining the OPM initiatives. Yesterday we discussed about there are 8 steps in OPM implementation which we are seeing now. The first one is about defining an OPM initiative. How do we go about defining an OPM initiative? It's kind of a two-step process. What are the fundamentals or key elements or foundations on which you can build OPN initiatives are displayed here. You need to have a strategic need for a change, right? So basically you need to have some kind of improvement in your burning platform, or some kind of a strategic need, or some kind of a proactive efforts to take your organization to the next level, right? Which include higher profitability, higher customer satisfaction, improvement in NPS, or a competitive advantage, or improving the market share. So whatever it is, so you need to have a strategic need for the OPM initiative. There should be a defined vision for the outcome of change. Actually, you need to have a KPIs to define achievement of outcomes and to monitor the progress. And you have to do the current state assessment, and you have to define your target operating model. You need to have a proposed business case, and you need to do a feasibility review to assess OPM improvement potential. So these are the foundations of defining an OPM initiative, right? Basically, you need to have a business case, a strategic need, you need to define a vision, you need to know our current state and target state, and what are the things, steps you need to navigate from current state to target state. You need to have a KPIs to measure it across the implementation or across the change management process. Finally, you need to understand that, is it feasible and it's going to work, right? So once you know the foundation, then you need to define your program actually. So organization project management program, you have to define that. OPM initiative, yesterday we talked about that. It is a program management is the best way of implementing the OPM initiative. So for that you need to create a program, you need to formulate your program, you need to have program vision and business case evaluated for feasibility. The feasibility check in terms of potential impacts to the organization. You have to check what is going to be the impact if I implement this OPM. If the program is going to be successful, what is going to be the potential impact? Improvement in the customer satisfaction or higher profitability, improvement in the market share, right? Assessing the readiness to change. So people, you need to have right mindset, leadership commitment. There is a tipping point. All those things to be there, and they need to commit a proper resources and time, right? So this OPM initiative program, you need to have a program head, you need to have program managers, you have to associate that, right? The second step in program definition is the program preparation. So you need to do the required planning. So establishing an OP implementation program organization means you have to define the roles and responsibilities. Who is the program, OPM implementation head, and who are the supporting staffs, all those things, right? You need to define the stakeholders, how it's going to cut across vertically as well as horizontally, right? Then establishing an OPM initiative program governance, right? Before you even start the plan, governance is very important. You need to know how you're going to measure, what are the KPIs, everything should be upfront, right? So that you know how that navigation from current state is target state is going to be measured, right? Identifying the future state capability requirements, right? Very very important part of program definition. You need to perform the discovery and analysis. You need to develop a program management plan. So since you are running this as a program, you need to have a program management plan, and as per the plan, you have to have the number of components in it, and you have to prioritize and align the initiative components works. And you can develop the OPM implementation roadmap. Very very important one. As part of a program definition, you need to have implementation roadmap, right? What are the ways we're going to implement it, how we're going to implement it, who is going to implement it, and when are things going to happen. all those implementation roadmap will be available. And in the program definition you can update or refine or vision and business case. And finally you can do the OPM implementation program plan review, right, done by the executive leadership or EPMO, whatever it is, right? So the defining this OPM initiative is having, you need to have a foundation, you need to have a solid business case, you need to have a solid strategic need for it, you need to establish the KPIs for it, right? Then you have to you have to kick off a program, right? So as we already discussed, program management is the best way of implementing these OPM initiatives. Then you have to define a program, right? You need to define a program, and then you have to prepare for a program, right? Yeah, by creating a team, creating roles and responsibilities, defining your governance, doing analysis, feasibility analysis, having a management program, management plan, and implementation roadmap, and everything, right? So these are the, this how you can define your OPM initiative, right? With that, coming to the, today's video's conclusion. Hope you got a fair idea about how to go about and defining an OPM initiative, right? So once you decide that, to have solid burning platform or proactive strategic efforts, then how do you go about, integrating your program management standards and OPM standards, and how do you go about building that initiative plans and everything we have seen today. Tomorrow we talk about, further steps in OPM implementation initiative. Hope you like this video. I would like to listen from you the improvement areas in my content as well as my delivery. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Bye bye.